it wasn't so promoted by the porn world, and in the past, it wasn't so much connected to a porn actor's career. Now it is different. Most porn actors now do feature dancing. It is now assumed you will be part of the feature dancing circuit if you do pornography and are even slightly successful. Now, in no way is it considered a bad thing or even a sign of being unsuccessful to do feature dancing. And while there are levels in stripping, adult actors tend to do the nicer establishment, the best of the gentlemen's clubs. And porn actors who are known, and all over the internet now use their publicity and semi-fame to earn more money and more work. They take their porn careers with them in the feature dancing world, using it to earn more money. Social media also helps a lot. A porn actor always lets their fan base know where they will be feature dancing, tweeting their arrival in the city, Facebooking links to the club that they are performing at, and Instagramming photos of themselves on stage and inviting fans to come and see their performance is normal nowadays. They let everybody know what is happening and what they're doing through social media. And feature dancing is a live event, one most fans rather see in person than see a day later or on a smartphone while it's happening, even if it is a live show. Sorry about that. And feature dancing is a live event, one most fans rather see in person than see a day later or only on a smartphone, even if it is shown live. The most profitable acts of living are escorting, and by escorting I mean prostitution, exchanging sexual intercourse for money. While prostitution is legal in some places in America, Nevada allows certain types of it, it is always legal everywhere else in America. It is a crime to sell sex for money. Lately, prostitution, especially escorting, is a crime many cities are often ignoring and not enforcing. Some cities are stricter than others, but pretty much escorting in America, not completely, but mostly is de facto legal in America. While prostitution is still illegal, at the escort level it is mainly ignored or not enforced as being illegal, even though escorting means prostitution. What escorting services do is set you up on a paid date and charges a fee and asks no more questions about what is happening. It's called plausible deniability. Don't ask, don't tell. And yes, there are escort services that are not fronts for prostitution. Once, just a few years ago, escorting had a stigma to it, even in the porn business. Now it is the new norm, and most of society no longer sees it as something immoral. Many believe prostitution should be legal, mainly because prostitution is a consensual sex act. Two adults consenting to agree to sell sex and buy sex for money. And it is not a sex trafficking, and both parties agree by voluntary choice. Escorting is considered the high end of prostitution. It's inside work. Street selling of sex is outside work, and it is above sex work of brothels, massage parlors, and nice bars and casinos. It has a classic image, and it usually pays well. But not always, but usually. Porn stars are often escorts now. Many use their porn star fame and name to go into this business, and the more known you are, the higher your prices can be. Now fans can truly interact with their favorite porn star. Many escort places have porn stars on their websites. Again, social media has been extremely helpful in bringing this about. The fans can now know when a certain porn star is in town, and some will go to a city or have them flown in. Escorting is the ultimate porn fan fantasy. Escorting is the ultimate porn fan fantasy. Some adult actors actually become adult actors to promote their escorting careers. Yet it is rarely openly discussed by adult actors. This is because it is illegal and because the majority of porn stars think of themselves as adult actors who happen to escort and not as escorts who do porn on the side. Online solicitation is normal and accepted, but it is still illegal, so many don't talk about it for fear of being targeted for arrest. So escorting is definitely a response to making less money from porn acting work, but it is also an opportunity that the internet helps to create. And some adult actors are doing live sex acts on stage. This is when a person has sex on a stage, usually a club, alone or with another person. And as this is growing in popularity, more adult actors will be engaging in it. Many adult stars do personal appearances to promote clubs, conventions, trade shows, or expos. Always they will also be promoting themselves at one of these things. A porn actor can sell DVDs and Blu-rays and posters with signatures, or simply be promoting their name. These acts also help build a fan base. Social media lets every one of her fans aware of where she will be, where she will be when she makes a personal appearance. Market forces, mainly the effects of the internet, cause living to come into existence as the main way a porn actor makes money. From the accessibility of porn to the rise of social media, market forces created a new business model for porn workers. The changes in the world of pornography caused the law of supply and demand to change, and as porn actors' traditional source of revenue, payment for recording, film acting, declined dramatically, they sought out ways how to make money and stay in the porn business. How can I monetize my porn acting? Many ask themselves. Many tried creating their own porn website with some success, and most learned one could have many page views and hardly make any money. And many also came to understand in an era of free porn, most people do not pay to go to the porn website that costs money to visit when others are giving porn away for free. Even if a porn star gives original content, her subscription site that charges will not make much money, only doing well if you are one of the elite porn stars. And even here, living is growing in preference over recorded material on a porn's paid for website. On a porn's paid for website. But many porn actors discovered webcamming. Some people webcam for free, and more people are going into webcamming who are not porn stars. But a porn star has her name and publicity, which helps in bringing in more people to pay for her to webcam. Once a porn actor could honestly say, "We are not into prostitution or stripping, but no more." The world of feature dancing and escorting are now part of the adult acting world. If you are going to enter the business of pornography as an actor, expect a high probability you will be a feature dancer and an escort. The porn world is in bed with the whole of the sex industry. The only aspect it avoids as much as possible is sex trafficking, not wanting teenagers under 18 or any children or any adult forced into any sex acts. The pornography business is a voluntary monster. The new business model of porn actors is to make porn movies and use the publicity they get from making these porn movies to do living, knowing that it is in living where most of their revenue will be coming from. The majority of porn actors are now using this business model. If one took the top 200 porn actors and diagrammed how they earn their income, I have no doubt that revenue from living, webcamming, feature dancing, escorting, live sex acting, and making personal appearances would be larger than payment from adult acting and photo shoots combined. While this new business model exists, there are many porn actors at the top who make enough money to focus on pornographic filmmaking rather than escorting, although most of them do webcamming and feature dancing. Yes, there are still adult actors who make great money. And while there has been an incredible decline in how many adult movies are being made and a lowering of much quality of many of these movies being made, there are still a lot of adult movies being made, and many of them of good quality. There will still be a lot of pornographic film coming out every year. There is a definite reduction of porn movies being made, but not a riddance of them. And yes, as before, many of these movies will be parodies and sequels. There are many porn companies that will create good quality porn, and there are a lot of independent companies who will also be creating quality porn films, and there will be amateur movie makers that will surprise you in the quality movies they are making. While there has been a great reduction since the internet came out, still there will be plenty of adult movies being made. Okay, get tough. And Hollywood and the porn industry continue to move towards each other in some ways and to stay away from each other in other ways. There have been many films from America and other parts of the world that have used explicit sex in serious cinema, and this will continue. Hollywood also uses a lot of explicit sex in its comedies and horrors. And the porn world also makes serious films with a lot of explicit sex, and it also creates comedies and horror movies with a lot of explicit sex. Some movies nowadays may not fit into such categories as pornography, or erotica, or Hollywood, but will exist in all three of them at the same time. And even with knowledge of this new business model, many people still, okay, I'll talk about that. And even with knowledge of this new business model, many people will still want to be in the adult film industry as actors. There will probably never be a shortage of adult actors. Why would someone want to go into pornography knowing how it has a new business model? The answer is simple. It is a job and people enter it for different reasons. Some still love to do the job. Some will do it simply for the money. To some it will be a career mistake, and to many it will be a moral mistake. Yet to others it will be the perfect job. And many enter it hoping fame and fortune will be heading their way, which to some it will. How do porn actors like the new business model of living as the main way of revenue earning? I am sure this answer has a lot of responses, some negative and some positive. Some may long for the old business model, seeing living as something they wish they did not have to do. Yet many will find it great, the best of both worlds, promoting their adult acting careers, and also allowing themselves to make good money. And some will like this new social environment, while others will find it not to their liking. And I'm confident that some may love webcamming and feature dancing, but dislike escorting, especially if they dislike the pay and working conditions. Not everyone will be paid handsomely and enjoy the working conditions created by living. Many porn stars do not feel they are being victimized by this new business model. Even though many felt forced into doing living, most have come to internalize what they are doing as a positive and a good thing. Living is empowerment. Of all the positive aspects of the new business model, the best one is how it has created a system where more empowerment can take place. The old business model was empowerment if you succeeded, which some did, but most did not. Now more porn actors can control their income, even stabilize it. Often empowerment is choice, and often it is simply money. Before, less choice and less money, we are talking about after the internet, meant less empowerment. Now there are more choices and more money, not for all, but for many more, and this means more empowerment for many more. This new business model will confirm what many already knew, but now more will understand it. Yet many in the adult acting world, both actors and business persons like producers and directors, have either chosen to not talk about this or have only mentioned it as a bad thing, something corrosive and dreadful to the world of porn. Any change is bad if it means you make less money. This is not a bad thing. It's simply the action of market forces. If a person is in a business that is changing, embrace the change and use it to make better decisions. Take advantage of this change. One of the major reasons many adult actors and porn production companies do not talk about this change is that they do not want to make it appear they are in a successful or a failing industry. Anyone in porn should see change for what it is, change. The porn world is not dying but changing. And being in an industry in decline does not mean good profits can't be made. Think of how much baseball players make, and they are in a supposedly declining business. Living is reframing the porn world. Then see it honestly, even if you must learn how it is the end of some things. And a strange thought to consider. Technology is often portrayed as bringing about a lifeless humanity, one cold and electronic. Yet, strangely, technology in the world of pornography has led to more direct human interaction, which few could have ever foreseen. But is this a progress of humanity or a new confirmation of the horror of technology? And I came to studying this phenomenon by chance. I was doing research of why serial killings are often sex crimes. And while doing this research, I noticed this phenomenon. So then I decided to research this topic, and then I decided to do this YouTube video. That's the end. I hope you learned some things.